Welcome to Learned and Go-Go, the podcast. Hey guys, it is Wednesday night. I am your host, Sydney. I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. I'm also your favorite pasty lady. So I'm so glad to be here with you all tonight. Hey, Jen is here. Hi, beautiful. Lizzie's here. Hi, beautiful to you too. So, all right, who else is here? We got Erin. I'm so glad to see you guys tonight. So I was almost tardy to the party. I was almost tardy to my own party. And I have to tell you guys this before, we start talking and it falls out of my head because at this age and perimenopause brain fog, things just disappear as quickly as they come. So I'm getting ready. I got caught up watching Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. So I'm like, oh shit, I got to get my makeup on. You ever, like all of my makeup wearing friends out there, you ever go to put mascara on and you just get yourself in the eyeball? Like I totally mascaraed my contact lens and then I had like the big going on. So I had to quick fix that, run in here, hope everything worked as far as like mic and like everything. And so far so good, right? You guys can hear me. Everything is cool because this was totally like, usually I give it a little test run, but mascara eye Sydney did not have time. So let's see. Thank you. Yes, Jen said you are an expert at Wheel of Fortune. I'm a little bit of a savant at Wheel of Fortune. I always have been. I remember I started watching it. My first vivid memories of Wheel of Fortune were back at my grandparents' house. And it was back when if you won, your head would float around and you'd like buy things like you were buying out of a catalog, like I'll take the brass bed for $600. There was always a brass bed. It always seemed so luxurious to get this brass bed. I'll get the console TV for $1 million because they were a lot more expensive back then. Um, but yeah, like so I've watched it for a long, long time, and I auditioned for it. Finally, I always said I should, and they never called me. So I don't know. Maybe I'm in a list. Maybe I will get called one of these days, but at least I can say I tried. And I got a really cute keychain for it too. So all good. Let's see. Erin says, I'm sorry. I need new contacts. And yes, you sound just fine. Okay, cool. Thank you. Luna Projects is here. Hey, sweetie. I'm here also late. Had a day and a major dinner fail, which will teach me to slow down. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that you are okay. Oh my goodness. Lizzie says, oh my God, so many times mascara wand right to the cornea. It's a skill I could do without. Facts. Facts. Clark is here. Hey, happy Wednesday, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Oh, I lost my headphones, just went power off. Interesting. And Luna says, usually mascara just irritates my eyes. I've found a brand that is okay. Some of them do, but definitely all mascaras are not the same. Excuse me. And I think nowadays companies are more aware of sensitivities in their customers and kind of cater to that. So let's see. Erin says, I think I have only once wore mascara when I was Frank. Interesting. See, I would have thought that with your characters that would, but I guess if you're just doing like the eyeliner to make your eyes pop, you don't really need the mascara. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just glad I was not tardy to the party. I made it on time. Clark says, happy Wednesday to you and all your fans. You are so sweet, Clark. I'm so glad that you have joined the Wednesday night comment section. That just makes me so happy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So as I put in the title, my heart is full. First, because you guys are all here with me on a Wednesday night, and I appreciate that you take time out of your busy schedule to hang out with little old me and talk about whatever shenanigans come up. And I do really, really, really appreciate it. And for all of you, I'm going to give the first Tatiana. Lucy's not here yet to do it to us. So Tatiana. If you are new here, Tatiana just means cheers. There is a song in my book, a song. See, guys, I'm telling you, my brain is oatmeal. There is a story in my book about a girl named Tatiana. That's how we kind of morphed into Tatiana for Cheers, because on another program I was on, the goddamn program, which you can catch Saturday nights, they say Thailand. So I couldn't steal Thailand. Tatiana, cheers. All right. Let's see. Oh, Reese is here too. Hey, Reese. Reese says, hey, my awesome friend, another Wednesday night made by your incredible show. You are so sweet. You're absolutely amazing. You are absolutely amazing, my friend. Luna says, I find hardly use it, more so just eyeliner and eyeshadow. That's okay. It's not a necessity by any means. It's just because I have all the ring lights and everything that it kind of helps a little bit. Just a little bit. Yes. So Erin says, liquid eyeliner. Usually learn that from my dressing the crow days. Okay. And Reese does the crow as well. So Reese says, believe it or not, I've never worn mascara with doing my paint and everything. I really would have thought that you and Erin would have been mascara users. That's really funny. Let's see. Jen says, cheers, Tatiana. And Luna says, I want to see Erin in full Eric Draven. Absolutely. Pics, please. Oh, yes. You know what, Clark? I don't know if I can download it. Let me see. Let's see if we can get over here without combining audios and making it very, very annoying to listen to. Let's see. So Clark sent me a funny, and I'm going to see if I can bring it up because I'm still, oops. Okay. Yes. So this is not Eric Draven from The Crow. Yeah, Eric from The Crow, right? Erin says, I only have a picture of my face as the crow. And Lizzie says, girly, 2-step mascara and lip gloss, absolute bare minimum of wearing makeup. There you go. Whatever works. Tanya, we've missed you. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you for joining us. Awesome, awesome. So, yes. All right. I'm going to try and share what Clark sent me because it's a funny and I laughed so hard, and I appreciate when you guys send me stuff to share. It's so fun. Okay, so if I go to, pardon my technology slowness. All right, here we go. I never made it to this point. Look at her go. She's still trying to pay off her student loans. I love it. I don't think I ever worked anywhere that had a stage big enough, actually. Like, they were all skinny, so you'd like go right off the side. But thank you for sending me that, Clark. I laughed so hard when I just saw her on her. What's the commercial? Was the Rascal? Was that the motorized wheelchair where they're like, I got my free Rascal? Like, that's hysterical. I love it. So Marion is here. Yay. I'm so glad that you made it. Reese says, I have to share with you. I'm going to Toledo Death Fest on Saturday. It's all death, heavy, and black metal. And I played some of the music lineup from the DJ booth for the guys at work. Nice. The ring pulls shook. That's fantastic. I hope you have an amazing time. That is so cool. Erin says, that's the little old lady from Pasadena. Nice. Very cool. All right. I have to shed the hoodie. It's like I'm sweating in here. I don't know what is going on with our weather. It's like 1 minute it's humid and like 100 degrees, and then I'm freezing. So I'm just going to blame hormones. Everything is perimenopause's problem. So Tatiana to that. All right. So, yes, as I said, my heart is so full this week. And again, because you guys are all joining me tonight, and I look forward to this. It does not matter how tired I am. And let me tell you, I am stupid tired. Raising a puppy to not be an asshole is a lot like raising toddlers to not be assholes. And when my kids were toddlers, I was not in my 50s. It's a completely different level of tired. They decide that they're going to get me up at 6 no matter what time I go to bed. And yeah, like I'm walking dead at this point. I feel like this might be playing in the background that I don't hear it because my headphones went bye bye. Ah, it says speakers. I should be able to hear it. Um, but yeah, so if I'm a little like, it's just because I'm tired, but so worth it because just like it is with toddlers, if you don't put the time in, then you're going to wind up with, you know, someone who doesn't know how to behave themselves. So Tipsy is doing fantastic. I love her. She is such a great addition to our family. So I'm going to start with some puppy pictures because why not? Love the puppies. So this is, let's start with her worn out from learning how to use the invisible fence. She's just tuckered out, but she's doing really, really, really well. And she's also wearing out Muffy, who likes to sleep with her little fancy hands crossed. You know, she's being very fancy, very, very fancy lady. And then the other puppy picture that I have is uh, Tipsy was very upset that Muffy was in her spot. She was pulling a Sheldon Cooper, like, she's in my spot, you know, and Muffy's like, whatever, I'm the big sister. And puppies are a lot like human siblings. They interact the same way. There's definitely the older sister, younger sister dynamic going on, and it's hilarious. So the last one is that Muffy puts up with my shenanigans, and I just had alligator worm on her, and she's like, "What is going on, mommy?" So that is my cute puppy pictures. Thank you for allowing me to share my babies because they crack me up. Let's see here. Yes, please send me trailers for Beware the Devil's Wrath and Rotten to the Core. And anyone else that has something that I can plug for you, I can give you a shout out. Please send me stuff. If you have physical media, I can hang it on the Polcast wall, give you a shout out. I'm always happy to shout out anybody that is doing something fantastic, give you guys some more eyes on your project, stuff like that. Always, always, always happy to do that. Tanya says, had a lot of family and babysitting the past few weeks. Been exhausting chaos around here. Harper's beginning the terrible twos already. You know what it's like dealing with these toddlers, and you've got like human toddlers to deal with. So that is just crazy. Let's see here. Luna, yes, she does have her crates. So Tipsy was originally in a hoarder situation in Texas, and then they sent her to Delaware, which was where we met her. And at the shelter, she, you know, would have been in a crate. So for her, that's like her safe spot. And so she sleeps in the crate at night. If I have to, you know, get in the shower or something and no one else is home, so she can't be supervised because she is a puppy, she chews things, she eats things that she shouldn't be eating, she gets into trouble. You know, I just tell her to go to her room, give her, you know, give her some lovin's and some treats. And she's more than happy to go in there with her toys and hang out until I get out. So, yes, very, very, you know, there's a difference between crate training and crate abuse. And if you do crate training correctly, I think it's wonderful and it keeps them safe. So it's just like having a crib or a playpen for a kiddo. Let's see. Tanya says, yesterday I walked into my bedroom and saw some toddler art on the wall next to my bed. Oh no. Where did she get the colored pencils? They find things. They find things everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh, Clark says that's why we named our dog Tucker. He was tuckered out as a baby. That's adorable. I love that. Let's see. So Severian says, I walked with Alfie around the Walmart singing Masters of War by Bob Dylan to my Smule app. That's hysterical. Reese says, puppies and dogs are definitely like humans. I had to take care of 5 dogs, all different breeds, and all in the same house. It was like 5 babies all crying at once. Oh, no. Tanya says Tipsy is too cute. She really is a sweetie pie. Yep, and she did go cross country to find us. That's how we know it's meant to be. You know, you can always tell when things are meant to be. They all align. The universe has your back and will give you what is meant for you. I fully believe that. So that was that. I was going to say something else about her. I forget now. Bye bye, oatmeal brain. It left. Yeah, I don't have anything written down about the dogs. I just had the pictures. So, real quick, since we were talking about sharing things, and again, like send me stuff that I could plug for you, I will revisit this in a little bit. But last week, it was the first time I shared about Sister Beretta, which is an upcoming project, Nuns with Guns. It looks fantastic. It looks right up my alley. Religious trauma and all that. So I wanted to show, I have another of the trailers. So check it out. And if you feel so led, they do have a crowdfunding on Indiegogo. You can just Google Sister Beretta Indiegogo and it will take you right there. So check this out. 'Cause now you've got to fly, not to the hatred. You know, I love my 80s hair bands too. So anything by Slaughter, or as I call them, Slafter, I'm here for. So again, that is called Sister Beretta. It is still, a new project. So check them out, give them some love, like, follow. I know they're on Instagram and Facebook. So check them out. And again, if I have, if there's anything I can shout out for you, Erin, please send me that stuff. I am so happy to do it. Put it in the comments and, that's what we're all here for. When the tide comes in, all ships rise. Hey, Kyler is here too. Hey, sweetie. Hope you're having a good week. That is awesome. So this past weekend, I was super, super excited to spend with my bestie, Jen, who was in the comments. I hope she didn't go to bed. So we have been friends forever. When I moved to I can say the town because neither of us live there anymore. But when I moved to Pennington, New Jersey in 1991, I was starting out, like between 10th and 11th grade in high school, which is a totally shitty time to move if you have a friend group and you have, like stuff like that. So I was a salty bitch about it. I did not want to move. I did not want to go to a new school. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. So when I met her, it was amazing. We never went to school together. We met at my dad's church, and we were immediately sisters. And you know how it gets to be when you grow up, you move away, you kind of lose track of each other. But thankfully, excuse me, we reconnected again years ago and just picked up where we left off. So for her birthday, her big milestone birthday, we went away for the weekend. I'm just going to turn this off for 1 second. Getting all choked up. We went away for the weekend and had like a girls' weekend, and it was so much fun. And we made sure that we like revisited some things from growing up because, like I said, 1991, I would have been what, 16? So mid-teen years. And one of the things that we did all the time, and I thought here it is, was watch Wayne's World and eat chimichangas. I think I talk about this in my book, actually. We would put the movie on VHS, go pop a couple chimichangas in the microwave, watch it. While it was rewinding, we would go pop more chimichangas in the microwave, watch it again, eating more chimichangas. It was ridiculous, but it was our jam. So I made sure that I got us our chimichangas. I thought I owned Wayne's World. I think I only owned it on VHS, so I got a copy of it. So that was like our main thing, was that we were going to watch Wayne's World and eat chimichangas. We wound up watching Zombiever, which was freaking hilarious. Pump Up the Volume, Cinderella Remastered. Trying to think what else we watched. Whole bunch of Forensic Files. But for the most part, we just sat around and talked. And I'm telling you, if you have friends that you haven't spoken to in a while, but have that place in your heart, reconnect. I mean, I didn't realize how much I needed that. And I absolutely had a blast this weekend. And the pièce de résistance was Sunday. We went and saw Slink Skull, Valentina Tattoos at Mountain Wizard Tattoo. And she got her first tattoo. And I got, well, I don't know if you can see, it's going to be upside down, but that heart she drew and I got it done on me. And then I drew a heart for her and she got it done on her. So super awesome. And I also got, that's Lexi's nose print from when I used to hug my yellow lab. That's where her nose would land. So I got a snuggle one. And then I got her paw print at my guinea pig's paw print on my leg. So it was a very, very fun weekend. We had a blast. So let me see here. All right. What movies do you remember from your teenage years? Like, was there a movie that you would watch over and over and over and over and over again? Put it in the comments. Like, what movie do you watch now and it just immediately brings you back to that time? Because for me and Jen, it was Wayne's World. Pump Up the Volume for sure. And then, like, I have Big Adventure and Clue and trying to think what else. But like there's just certain movies that just transport you back. And I want to hear what yours are. So let me see here. Tanya, amen to that. Like there's a difference between being 30 years younger than now. And they are crazy. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let's see here. Kyler says, hey, Sydnee, Lizzie, Luna, Aaron, all the hugs. I've been having a shitty week. I'm sorry. Even though I've been off work the past 3 days, I've been tired and depressed. I need a good laugh tonight. Well, let's give you a big laugh and a big hug. We love you. We are here for you all the time. And please reach out. Reach out, please. You know I'm here for you. I just see that you say you've been keeping to yourself, but you can absolutely reach out anytime. You know I'm here, Aaron's here, Lizzie's here. We're all here for you, sweetie, and we love you. So you have a huge support system. Use us, please. Hey, Johnny's here. Hi. Thanks for hopping on. Lizzie says, all of my friends live in my phone. Yeah, absolutely. Rocky Horror Picture Show, of course, classic. And it's coming to the Sphere in Las Vegas. I'm trying to figure out how that would work. But I'm interested. Not that I could ever afford it, but I'm interested. It seems really cool. Clark says Blazing Saddles, classic. Luna says Star Wars, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Footloose, Exorcist, Airplane. Stellar list, my friend. Stellar list. Tanya says fried green tomatoes and steel magnolias. I adore steel magnolias. That movie, oh, so good. It gets you right in the feels. And it's funny, I still have yet to see fried green tomatoes, but I remember when it came out, I remember in the commercial was when Kathy Bates hit the girls, you know, like with the car, because they're like, we're younger and faster. And then she like slams in them, I'm older and have more insurance. Like that's all I know about the movie. But it looks like a good movie, and I've heard good stuff about it. So that's cool. And Johnny, I cannot wait to see you next month. And if you guys are in the Mahoning Valley area of, you know, like PA, New York, New Jersey, like, you know, anywhere you could get to it within a reasonable amount of time, Traumathon is next month. Come and hang out with us. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun. Tani says Spaceballs. So looking forward to the sequel coming up. Me too. I cannot wait. I'm so glad it's finally happening. That is awesome. Oh, Fried Green Tomatoes is on Hulu and Netflix right now. Excellent. Okay, yes, please hound me because I will forget to watch it. So remind me, please. Yeah, I don't have anything to write. Oh yeah, I do. Just remind me because I'll forget. All right. So the other thing, I feel like this crowd may have watched this movie too. So I got introduced to it's called Cinderella Remastered. Oh, I'm sorry, Lucy can't find me. Let me get her the let's see, come join us. I just saw she messaged me on Facebook. So another one that I got introduced to is Cinderella Remastered from 1977. How many of you know what I'm talking about with this movie? Because I had not heard about this. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So it's like a revisited version of Cinderella, and it's rated R, which I don't understand how it has a rated R rating because it is 100% a soft porn movie. In fact, I found out that it used to be shown on Skinamax back in the day. So like picture, your Cinemax porn, 100% what it is. Bunch of women walking around topless for absolutely no reason other than boobies, and I'm here for it. I'm just saying, like, it had nothing to do with the plot line. The fairy godmother is a man that broke into Cinderella's house and was like stealing shit, and then just happened to have a magic wand on him that you could use only for good reasons. It only works for good magic. So he did, the dress, and he did the carriage and the horses. And does there need to be a reason? No, like I said, Aaron, just boobs, just boobies. And then she's sitting in the carriage. She's going to go off to the ball. And he tells her she needs to lift up her dress and open up. And he points the wand at her and gives her the snapper. She got the snapping puss. Quoi? Like, so at the ball, the prince is playing, did they call it buttgammon? I think they called it buttgammon. And it was basically the spinner, which was like a dancer dude, would spin around and pick somebody. And then she had to go and bonk the prince, who was blindfolded. So he didn't know who was bonking him. And then Cinderella got there with her snapper. And there's like a tapestry on the wall that the king, who I think is like related. Anyway, they're all looking through the peephole and they're like, the kingdom has a snapper. And they're all singing about the snapper. It was the most ridiculous thing. And then there was this like Italian man that like peeps through and he's like, it's the snapper de pussy. I'm telling you, it's on Amazon Prime. It is absolutely ridiculous. And if you are into ridiculous like I am, you will enjoy the shit out of this movie. Hysterical. I actually bought it on Prime. I was that amused with it. Yeah, exactly. Should have named it Cinderella. That would have been great. And it absolutely is remastered. That's what it's called. Let's see. Luna says, I watched Devour, which Jensen Ackles stated it was in it. It's not funny, but definitely bad. Okay. Oh, hi, Annie. I'm glad that you're watching too. That is awesome. Let's see. Snapper is a very tasty fish. Yes. I'm surprised you haven't seen it too, Lizzie. Honestly, I figured everybody in the comments would be like, you didn't see this yet, Sid? No. Nope. Apparently it was a Skinamax favorite back in the day, but I did not have that channel back then. So I 100% recommend you check out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is just called Cinderella Remastered. Let me say, just make sure I'm not giving false information. Remastered versus original, yeah. It's funny how like you put in Cinderella and it's like Disney. I'm like, yeah, this is not Disney. Okay, it's coming up on IMDb just as Cinderella 1977. So, an adult musical comedy. Yes, there is also, they bust into singing. Hysterical. So if there's anything like that that you guys can suggest for people, musical soft porn, pop it in the comments. Snap it in the comments. The snap it a pussy. That was so friggin' funny. Hilarious. Okay. So, yep, I had that. I had Wayne's World. And back to the tattoos. One thing that I noticed, like this one's healed already, and I got it Sunday. And I mean, I know it's little, but the ones on the back of my leg are healed too. And it's because what Slink Skull does, and I know other tattoo places have adopted this practice as well. It's called, dang it, now it's out of my head now. It's what they use on burn victims, and it's like an adhesive plastic skin and damn it, Sanoderm. So it seals it and it allows it to heal super duper fast. So I was thinking about the first tattoos that I got and the ways that they would I've had them wrapped in plastic wrap. I've had them wrapped in paper towels. I've had, use A&D. Don't use A&D. Use Aquifer. Use Lubriderm. So what, if you have tattoos, how have you noticed that they've changed over the years, like the practice of getting them, the practice of them healing? And how old were you when you got your first tattoo? Because I got my first one I bought for myself on my 18th birthday. And oh, oh no. Sorry, Lucy can't find me. I'm gonna send her the link real quick here. Get shareable link. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sure I told you guys this story already, that I got a rose on my ankle because I was at the amusement park, Hershey Park, and I, excuse me, I saw a woman with a rose on her ankle, and I was 10, maybe 12, and decided right then and there that was going to be my first tattoo. So I followed through with that, and that was my first tattoo. Sorry, this is not working. I cannot multitask. It's very bad at this. Is that all right? Maybe it is the right one. Okay. I did try to give myself one with a kitchen knife and a ballpoint pen. I do not recommend doing that because it did not work out very well. But hooray, she made it. Hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, so the rose on my ankle was the first professional one that I got, and that was in New Hope. That tattoo place is still there in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Hey, Charles, I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Um, so yeah, what was your first tattoo? How old were you? And do you still like it now? That's a good question too. Barbarella is a great movie, and I feel like I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I know it's a classic, so I definitely have to watch that again. Luna watched some K-pop movie last night with Joe. Oh, K-pop Demon Hunters. That is all the rage right now. Okay, you gave yourself a tattoo when you were 15. Yep, yep. That's about when I did the first one too. I used Dial antibacterial soap and then put coconut butter lotion on it. Is it still there? Like, did it last? Welcome back, Kyler. And you have a tiny heart on your hand. Okay, cool. Lizzie says, the last guy we saw told us to do Dial and cocoa butter, and Aaron's healed without turning into psoriasis. We were solidly impressed. I've been washing these with Dial because I couldn't get the, what did I call it? Sanoderm. I couldn't get that here because it's in my hairline, so they couldn't put, she couldn't put the adhesive on that. I've just been using Dial soap, and it doesn't itch or anything. Like, it's flaky because it's healing, but it doesn't itch. So I will call that a win. And Kyler says, I don't have tattoos. I need to get tattoos done. Need to talk to Beast about getting my back done. Oh, yes. Beast needs to do a tattoo tour, and just like come around and tattoo everybody. So when I first did the goddamn program on Saturday nights, it was with Reaper and with Human the Hoofed Beast. So Beast is a tattoo artist, and he's got some really impressive ink. Like, he's completely covered. So that is very cool. Clark says, don't forget that Midnight Cowboy was rated X when it came out. That's what I mean. Like, I can't understand why this wasn't like NC-17. Like, I don't know. It just cracked me up that it's rated R because there's so many other movies that they give bigger ratings to that don't deserve them. I'm like, eh. Aaron says, my first was funny enough Brandon Lee as the crow, and part of it covered in psoriasis now, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Okay, did you see I was ready for you, Lucy? I had it in my hand. Lucy likes to Tatiana, everyone. So cheers to you all. It doesn't have to be booze. It can be water. It can be soda. It can be take a toke. Whatever you like. Cheers. Tatiana to y'all. So yeah, that's she said I'm late. I need another round. I'm late. That's funny. So the rose on my ankle I've actually built off of, but so like I count that as two tattoos because I had the rose there for decades before I got it's like an anklet of my kids' names and other roses. So that counts as two, in my opinion, because it's two separate tattoos. Um, so I can actually show y'all what I got this past weekend because I uploaded the pictures. So this was right after Jen and I got them, so you can see mine is on my wrist and hers is on her ankle. And we just drew them for each other. Super cute. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And then this is Stan and Lexi's paw prints above my kid ankle because they're my kids too. And then that was right after I got Lexi's nose print on my neck because that's where she would snuggle me when I'd hug her. So when I go back, I'm going back in a few weeks to start a new tattoo project. I'm gonna ask her to write boop over the nose print because you gotta boop the snoot. Gotta boop that snoot. So yeah, that means that with the new ones, I'm up to 17, which is pretty cool. Keep them coming. Let's see. Aaron says, my favorite is the My Say No to Normal. I got to honor the Venice Beach Freak Show. Oh, okay. So say no to normal. I like that. There's so many phrases I want to get because I want to start my sleeves soon. And I need Valentina to help me make it all make sense because I have so many ideas in my head. So to try to connect them, is like, that's why it's great to have an artist that is amazing and that you trust because they'll help you with that process. Let's see. Lucy says, I have a half sleeve on my left arm that was done in 4 pieces. I just kept adding to it, and it's all commemorative to my 3 kids plus me. I love that. I love that. That is amazing. Luna says the other one was when I was 19, a blue rose with spider web with a black widow. Oh, scent pecs. Awesome. Let me see. Ooh, very cool. Oh, I love your little heart on your hand. That is adorable. Super cool. Yeah, I have blue roses back here. They're I can't do it. Under there. Originally, okay, don't do this at home, kids. Originally, it was a tattoo I got in someone's house when I was in college. And it was like, obviously, like wall flash. It was a cross with a heart and roses and a banner. And it said, it said my name so many times that it looked like it said, because I had gotten it recolored. And I was going to be in my friend's wedding and I had it like an open back dress. Well, not open back, but it showed my shoulder because she wanted my hair up. And I'm like, I don't want to be walking down the aisle as a bridesmaid and everybody sees my tattoo. It says, so I got it covered with blue roses. And that was almost 20 years ago now. So I want to get it recolored because they're so faded now. But it's funny that part of my shoulder has probably been tattooed 4 or 5 times. And when I say I have 17, I'm not counting recolors and covers. I'm just counting currently taking up real estate, not things that I had done. Like I've been tattooed, I don't know how many times at this point, but it's fun. And that's when I'm like, when I have the itch to get more ink and I don't know what I want, I'll just get something redone. Like my butterfly, Pika butterfly, was originally smaller, but so was the canvas. So as I got older and things I had a couple kids, things, changed. So I got the butterfly redone a little bit bigger, like kind of stuff like that. But that's one tattoo. I count that as one. So let's see here. Clark says, I have a butterfly tattoo. Ah, that's older than you. I got it in 1977 on my right shoulder after I saw the movie is it Papillion? Is that how you pronounce that? So it's not older than me, but I love that you think it is. I was 2 when you got your tattoo. But we both have butterflies. That's awesome. Lizzie says, I have 3 for now. One day we'll have ink money again. Amen. That's the thing. I have my little like my little savings thing where I put all the money that winds up in the laundry, and stuff like that, save my change. So I can have I have to save up for this stuff. It's not, make sure all the bills are paid and then you get some more ink. But I understand, and it's expensive if you do it right. If you have reputable people that are doing it, because I'm sure you can get them back alley cheap, but then you're going to look like, I don't even know what, I don't even want to say. I can't, yeah. So I understand, but I'm going to Tatiana again before Lucy does. But it's funny because I don't remember. I feel like when I was just thinking what my first tattoo cost, I was thinking $60. That just popped into my head. I don't know why. But I got a Winnie the Pooh right here, again in someone's house. Not smart kids. I was very lucky. I was very, very lucky. I've gotten 5 tattoos in houses, 3 of which Tish did down in Kentucky when I was in college. She was a townie where I went to school that was doing tattoos out of her house with her kids running around and shenanigans. I got 3 of my tattoos there. Then I got Winnie the Pooh. I don't even know who knew this guy, but he was a tattoo artist. I paid $10 and it looks like Winnie the Pooh. I'm lucky. It could have looked like a wad of gum. Dumbass me paying $10 for. Don't try this at home, guys. And then my cover, the blue roses, was so Severian remembers this guy. He knew somebody that was in town for the tattoo convention who went to his house, and I got that done there while his wife watched my kids because I didn't have a babysitter. So that way I knew my kids were safe. But again, don't do tattoos in people's houses. I'm very, 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 very lucky that I don't have any cooties or anything from it. Let's see. Lucy says, I actually have more tattoos than that. Everything from Pebble Le Pew. Is that like Pebbles from the Flintstones as a skunk? Or is it Pepe Le Pew and it autocorrected to Pebble? Because Pebble Le Pew, that's a fantastic idea. A little skunk of Pebbles Flintstone. To get goes to Chinese writing, you name it, I probably got it. That's awesome. Aaron says everyone's view of normal is their own perspective. So normal as a strict set of standards doesn't actually exist. That is very true. That is very true. Luna says, for me, at least I know some colors are more vibrant and long lasting. And ink has come so long, like so far in so long. When I first got my tattoo on my hip, again, flash that Tish did in her house, it had a blue. It was like blue and purple, and the purple faded within a couple months, and it was just the ink. The ink didn't last, and I had it redone blue. I think that's the way it went, not the other way. But now they're so much more lasting. They have ones that are black light responsive. They have glow in the dark. I mean, they have so much now and so many shades. And when I was at the shop, the owner was in there and he was talking about a new purple that's called Witch's Eye that they haven't gotten yet, but they want to. And I'm like, I want that. Like, I don't even know what it looks like, but it's called Witch's Eye and it's purple. That's cool shit. Speaking of purple, I found my necklace. If you guys remember last week, I had on a different one. It was buried in a pile. So silly. But I'm so glad I found my amethyst. So, oh, it is Pepe Le Pew, not Pebbles. I just love Pebbles Le Pew. Pepeon. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now I will know how to pronounce it. I appreciate that. Oh, wait, Kyler says, I have so many ideas, but one that stands out is an upside down cross with a crow and a skeleton cradling the cross. That sounds awesome. That sounds really cool. And there are so many artists out there that you can tweak it because that's the one thing you don't want to just, like me in college go, that one looks cool. Like put some thought into it because it's going to be part of you forever. So you want it to be what you want it to be. And if somebody is like, well, I can't do it that way, then they're not the artist for you. You want it done the way that you want it done. So shop around. Very, very important. Sissavarian says, I just realized I don't think I've had a tattoo since 2017. Okay. I'm trying to remember which. Is that the Phoenix? Was that your last one? Trying to think which one your last one would have been. Okay, it is French. I thought so. I was trying to do a French pronunciation and I failed miserably. So thank you for putting it hooked on phonics style for me because I needed that help. All right, Lucy's Tatianaing all of us again. And Tatiana to you. Lizzie says, my first was $35. It's small, and the lady cut me a deal because it was my first. That is awesome. Very, very cool. Erin says, I have 2 home tattoos. It was the 90s. What can I say? Yup, absolutely. Luna says, I don't remember the price of the rose spider. Don't think it was over 100, maybe 70. I absolutely got lucky. That's why I'm like, I am not condoning doing this. In fact, the opposite. I'm saying, do not do this. It is dumb. It is dumb. And just because I lucked out doesn't mean take the risk. It's dumb. Don't do it. Let's ride with the skank stones. That just reminds me of a stupid joke. What's the difference between the people of Dubai and the people of Abu Dhabi? The people of Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the Abu Dhabi do. Okay, that was my stupid joke. All right. So Severian says, the last MRI I had, there were questions about what materials my tattoo inks were, whether I could go in the MRI or not. I have heard about that because of the different things that are in the tattoo ink. I don't understand why they just don't have you go through a metal detector before an MRI, honestly. Like, set to whatever standards, but if it's magnetic, just get the freaking one. Like, because I was having a panic attack about what's in my freaking IUD. I'm like, is this going to come out like the freaking, in Spaceballs, like the special? But thankfully not. But I don't know what it's made out of. Why would I know? Unless you have like a nickel allergy or some reason to ask, why would you know? Oh, so they should just have you walk through a freaking metal detector on the way to the MRI and save everybody some time. Luna says, my tramp stamp is very colorful. Oh, what's your tramp stamp? What is it? Mine, I guess it would be considered a tramp stamp just because of where it is, but it's a fairy that I drew. And then I had it tattooed when I was in LA. So I got 2 tattoos in LA. I got 3 in Kentucky. I don't know. A couple in Jersey, a lot in PA. I forget. I feel like I got another one in another state. I don't remember now. Aaron says, my home tat is a tribal cross with the scream mask in the center. That is really cool. Clark says, I knew a guy that got a Chinese symbol. He said it meant strong. Then we hired a Chinese woman. She said it meant dumbass. That is why I would never. Like, at least now you can Google, but when it was really popular, like back in the 90s to get Chinese symbols, I'm like, you have absolutely no idea what that says. You could be walking around with asshole. And I really hope that there are people in China walking around with like English words on them because that's only fair. That's only fair. So Severian says, my very last one was by Mercy at the tattoo shop. Yes, it's the bow and arrow pointed at itself. Okay, gotcha. The metal. And it says quacks. What are you quacking at, Lucy? That's hilarious. But yeah, so definitely enjoying the Sanoderm healing process much better than, like all the lotions and the goo and the whatever. But keep them hydrated, drink lots of water. That will help them heal faster. But yeah, so I've gone from my little rose on my ankle to all this, and then I cannot wait to start my sleeve. I can't wait to show you guys when I get the anchor tattoo for it. I'm so excited, but it's a secret. It's a secret. I'm like Stefan in Saturday Night Live telling my secrets. Yeah, so super cool. How is it already 50 minutes, guys? Guys, this is flying by so fast. Okay, last subject I had for tonight was just because I was sitting here and I looked over at this book, which is The Complete Tales and Poems of Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh. That's why I have a Pooh Bear tattoo. So this was a gift from my parents, Christmas 1997. So before I had kiddos, I had the complete works of Winnie the Pooh. And my youngest has had it in their room forever and was like, do you want it back? Because I don't really have any. I'm like, yeah. So, oh, good night, Kyler. Please reach out to us. We love you. We are here to support you no matter what. So don't don't ever hesitate reaching out to any of us. We love you and have a good night. Let's see. Um, oh, a great movie for Aaron and Lizzie is Zorro the Gay Blade. I've not seen that. But yeah, I was wondering what stories you remember from a kid, from being a kid. Like, what were your favorite bedtime stories? Stories that you would just kind of daydream about, stuff like that. When I was really little, my mom would read us stories. Like, my brothers and I have worked out that I think our parents kind of dropped us off with our grandparents for the summer. Like, like it just seems like, wait a minute, did they like drop us off for like months? Maybe we're remembering incorrectly, but we would always get a bedtime story. And my favorite was called That's Good, That's Bad. And it was about, like this little boy, and it was like, he ran into the jungle. That's good. And then a tiger tried to eat him. That's bad. And then this happened. That's good. And then this happened. That's bad. Like, it was a really cute book. And years ago, my parents got each of us our favorite books for Christmas. So I know I have it somewhere. My younger brother's was The Pokey Little Puppy. That was his favorite book. And I believe my older brother's was The Digginest Dog. So that was, when we were little, those were our favorite stories. I also remember vividly a fairy tale book, and the cover was kind of like a sepia, and I believe it was Rapunzel in the tower and the prince coming up. I wish I had that still because I saw it online for like $200 or something. I'm like, we read this every night at my mom's, and it was there was one in there called Mr. Bun, and it was like, I am Mr. Bun. I am Mr. Bun. I was put in the oven and baked until done. I was put to chill on the windowsill, and I got away from Granny, and I'll get away from you. I mean, it was written, but that's how my brothers and I would sing it. And like, it obviously made an impression if I can still sing it all these years later. But there were just certain stories that we loved to hear. And I feel like there's certain, like obviously the fairy tales, whether it was the Disneyfied version or like Grimm, whichever your parents were into. Um, there are certain books that I feel like bring me back. And Winnie the Pooh, love, love, love. Yes, the monster at the end of the book. My dad would do Grover's voice too. Stop it. Oh my God. I love that he recorded it for you. I still hear my dad doing Grover's voice in my head. And I got my dad a t-shirt of the monster at the end of this book. Yes, I love that your dad did it too. Oh my God, that's amazing. My dad, like, I could hear him in my head now. And then when my little sister was little, he'd read it to her and I'd hear him reading it to her and just be like, oh my God, I love the voice. That is the Grover voice to me. Uh, oh yes, okay. I will bug me to watch it. Luna Projects is going to bug me about fried green tomatoes. You remind me about this one because I will forget. Let's see. Luna says stories. Well, read a lot of Stephen King books growing up, starting at 13. I was always reading his books. Me too, and I was not allowed to, so it was like a big debacle to get them, hide them, find time to read them, and not get caught because they were on the no list in my house. Luna says, I love Shel Silverstein. Absolutely. Remember taking it out from the library. Yeah, where the sidewalk ends. Is it Light in the Attic? Is that Shel Silverstein too? Lizzie says, you could hear Elizabeth Jane halfway through the recording because I was messing with my sister. I love that. Aaron says, it's George Hamilton as twin Zorros and one is gay and it's amazingly, amazingly funny. That sounds fantastic. Fantastic. I will definitely check that out. So Severian says, I was a Stephen King book smuggler in high school and Christian college. Yeah, exactly. I read all of the, like the probably most popular ones at the time, it was Carrie, Pet Cemetery, Gerald's Game. I did read The Stand, but that took me until like after college. I borrowed it from somebody at college. Sorry, Ronnie, I don't think I ever gave it back to you. But like the ones that are his, but it and which ones I'm talking about. Read all of them. I devoured them because they were on the no list. But I was allowed to read Flowers in the Attic. Quoi? I guess because like familial incest is biblical. The Stand is my favorite still, says Luna Projects. And so Severian says, I got to read The Talisman again. I have not read that. I need to read that. I need to Tatiana real quick because my voice is getting. Tanya says, I was reading Jackie Collins at 12 or 13. If only my mother knew exactly what I was reading. I love that. That is fantastic. Oh, Lucy Tatiana us again. She's our Tatiana-er. Yeah, I know I read, now we're getting more into like teenagers than like bedtime stories when you were little, but I know I read Rosemary's Baby as like summer reading for high school. Clark says, in 1973 in high school, our homeroom teacher would read parts of The Exorcist to us. That is fantastic because that could never happen now. Like people are so, I don't know. There's a time and a place and people take it too far. I just saw in the like local Facebook group, how there's a million of it's for this county and it's for this town and it's for this street or whatever. So it was the county one. Some woman was like verbally assaulting the Mr. Softy ice cream man for causing a racket playing the song. Stop it. It is summer. Let the kids have ice cream. Stop being a grouchy bitch. Dear Lord. The Velveteen Rabbit. That was a good one. I remember the Velveteen Rabbit. I remember Peter Rabbit. And I remember in youth group we watched Watership Down, which is basically 101 Ways to Kill a Rabbit. That movie was horrible. That movie scarred me for life. But the Velveteen Rabbit, I absolutely remember because didn't the kid have like scarlet fever or something that by the time we read the book was pretty much eradicated, but that's why he became a real bunny. So there's so many good like storybooks from growing up. And then when my kids were little, I remember one that they loved was about a garbage truck and it was called I Stink. I used to love reading that one to them. Let's see here. Charlotte's Web. Yes, Clark. We used to watch Charlotte's Web. It would be on every year after my older brother's Halloween party. I don't know why. We'd be up like all night, and then the next morning we would go get White Castle. This was obviously when I was a lot younger. And Charlotte's Web would be on. And I did read the book as well, but I love Templeton in the movie when he's like, comes back with the word and he's like, It says crunchy. Like, that's the best part. I love that movie and his little song about the fair is a veritable smorgasbord, orgasbord. I love it, love it, love it. Yes, I can see why that book would traumatize you. Absolutely. Uh, okay, you've reread To Kill a Mockingbird. That is classic. Where the Red Fern Grows. I don't think I know that one. Yes, Sumerian smorgasbord, orgasbord. I reread TKAM before I read the sequel. TKAM. I don't know what that is. I don't think Donald Trump could write, but I Stink is definitely about him in more ways than one, for sure. Oh, Where the Red Fern Grows is a doggy tearjerker. Okay, Disney made a movie of it. That's probably why I've heard of it, because I know I didn't read it. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I used to read the Sandra Boynton books to my kids, and I love her artwork. I always have. So when I saw her books, I had to get them all. And there was the Barnyard Dance we used to read all the time. Click Clack Moo, the Cows Who Type. I don't think is her, but it was another cow one because y'all know me and my cows. Um, Having a brain fart now about her books, but they're super duper cute. And then she had a book called Philadelphia Chickens, and it came with a soundtrack by the Bacon Brothers. So it was Kevin Bacon and like his brother's band. And my older daughter used to go crazy for that when she was a kid. Love, love, love. Oh, To Kill a Mockingbird. Thank you. I was not catching the abbreviation. I appreciate that. Old Yeller. No, no, no. We're not getting down this path. We're not getting down this path because it's time to wrap it up. So we're going to wrap it up on a happy note. Happy note. Philadelphia Chickens. Not not Old Yeller. Oh my god, not Old Yeller. Lizzie says I had all of the Babysitters Club's books, literally hundreds of them. I used to read that series, and of course, Sweet Valley High. That is who my negative voice is named after. Is the twin Jessica because she was the bad twin. Jessica and Elizabeth and all of their adventures. There was Sweet Valley High, and then they came out with like a younger version, and I can't remember what that was. That was Sweet Valley something or other. But there were hundreds of those books, and going to the library and finding new ones to check out was like Christmas. I absolutely adored those books. Let's see. The Sugar Creek Gang. I don't think I know that one. Aaron says they all were sad. They were mean to us as kids. Damn right. Things they used to subject us to. Luna says, see, I was not super normal reading and binging Stephen King every year. You were at that age. Like if you were like 4 and that was your bedtime story, then I think that was a little suspect. But like teenagers with that, for sure. Oh yeah, Tanya, the Nancy Drew books. Absolutely. I had Nancy Drew and I had Hardy Boys that were my parents' books. So they were like, out years and years ago, and they were really, really cool. Anyone remember a series of books called The Boxcar Kids? That sounds kind of familiar. Not sure. Lucy says we used to order books on the Scholastic books every week. I loved the Bookmobile. Back before you would get the Scholastic things like kids now, they do like the book fair and they do the Scholastic stuff. But when the Bookmobile would show up and you could walk in and it was like inhaling a book, that smell of fresh book, I love that smell. I could just go in there and take a line of the Bookmobile. Freaking loved it. And then, like I'd get books, but then you'd also have to get the posters and the stickers and the pens, that one right here, the pens with like 18 different colors. I still love this. I love it. So, yep, super duper duper fun memories. And I appreciate you guys walking down memory lane with me tonight. I can't believe we're over an hour already. That went so fast because you guys rock. And I just have so much fun chatting with you every Wednesday. So thank you for joining me this week and for all of your participation in the comments. I could not do this without y'all. You rock. And I hope you have an amazing week coming up. please, 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 Erin, I'm talking to you. Send me things that I can promote for you. Give me all the information. If you have trailers, if you have photos, if you have a GoFundMe, Indiegogo, whatever, please give me the, you know, the website, the URL, so I can do like this. Like, this is where you can get a copy of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go. How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. Go to learnedingogo.com. See, I can do that for you too. But yeah, send me anything I can give you guys a shout out for. I am happy to do it. And please, as the next week comes, you might wind up facing some negativity, some bumps in the road, maybe have to deal with somebody that sucks. But whatever it is, you got to take it head on, because when you stick your head in the sand, you think you're hiding from your problems, but the rest of the world just sees a big ass. Love ya.